Hello, social media friends. It's Jeremy Rowland. Welcome to the first episode of Driveway with Jeremy. Listen, we all have our favorite places at our house where we like to sit down and gather our thoughts. Mine happens to be in a $25 dollar store chair that's outside of my house in the driveway. When the sun's out, I like to sit in it and soak in some rays. And this is where I also read a lot as well. As many of you know, I love sports. And today I read something to where Driveway with Jeremy has its own personal thoughts. Instead of just saying it in my head, I'm going to start saying it out loud. Today is in reference to the Texas Tech quarterback who was originally at Indiana, went in a transfer portal and went to Texas Tech. And today he is entering a outsourced rehab in reference to gambling. Now, what did we think was going to happen? When we give 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24-year-old college kids hundreds of thousands of dollars, what do you think was eventually going to happen? Because the NCAA allows, I may be wrong with this, but I do believe that they allow student athletes to gamble as long as they don't gamble within their own conference, and they can bet on the pros. It may be just they can bet on the pros, but they can't bet on college sports. But either way, gambling has been around forever, ever. I have gambled on everything from pitching quarters to 6-foot putts to throwing a fishing lure and hitting a leaf in a lake. It's human nature. It happens. But with these kids, when you give them this kind of money, it's inevitable. It's like mad money to them. They just don't have the means to truly understand the financial responsibilities that come along with this kind of money. Now, I've always been for student athletes being paid. Universities make hundreds of millions of dollars off of students in football, basketball, baseball, through all these things. The way, if I was in charge, how I would fix it is with this NIL money is that, hey, I'm going to give my starting center $300,000. I'm going to give them $150,000 up front and $150,000 at the end of the season. I do believe that there should be some performance where you can get more or etc. But I think if you really want to set a foundation for these kids in reference to money where they just can't get in trouble for gambling or just wasting it all. So put 75% of it in a trust account. You can't have it until after your playing career is over. Because the majority of college kids that are getting NIL money probably will not make it to the pros. So that is a benefit for them, so they will have some sort of foundation when they get out of school where they'll have some money. But I hope this kid gets help for his gambling. But that story I read today, we produce that as a society. We produce that. And you cannot blame the gambling companies. I've seen so many comments today about people blaming the online gambling. No, you don't have to blame them. Now listen, addiction is addiction, okay? But you have to sign up for an account. You have to fund the account. You have to place the bets. Those are all self things that you have to do. But I hope this kid gets help with his gambling. And, but again, what did we expect? What did we expect giving these kids hundreds of thousands of dollars at their age? That is the first episode of Driveway with Jeremy and my $25 dollar store chair. I hope you enjoyed it. I read sports articles every day, and I'll either blog about it or say something to myself or my 2 cats or my wife or my son or whoever will listen. And now I'm just going to start putting it out there with Driveway with Jeremy.